Hey there! Are you a crime scene investigator, law enforcement officer, or forensic scientist looking for a Facebook community that understands you? Check out Taction USA's forensic product groups. You'll find blogs, articles, information, and community. For those of us in the investigative field, there are not many lines of support out there, but Taction USA is a company that was founded by law enforcement for law enforcement. Subscribe today to get access to exclusive content. Just look for Taction USA in Facebook groups.
Welcome back to Crossing the Tape, your favorite Crossing the Tape podcast. We bring you mini episode number 16. This is the forensic news for March of 2024, and you may know me as Brendan and my co-host
Hilary and his wife.
Bingo. Now on to the news.
So, this month I just wanted to cover a little bit about how software has really made an impact in policing and forensics. And it really has become quite a big market now. You know, we've gone from writing everything down for paper tickets to electronic everything. Everything is a software program.
Yes.
So technology has made a huge impact on public safety as a whole. And with software for crime scenes, for crime scene reconstruction, it's gotten to the point where you can actually scan the scene and make it into 3D format. So like you're walking into a scene, which I think we've kind of talked about before. Mm-hmm. But in addition, because I think that's what people think too, on the onset of technology as well, the crime scene aspect.
Yes.
But there's a whole lot more.
Yes.
So
fits well into patrol.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of, numerous types, down to apps on your phone that connect police to each other and to the community. Mm-hmm. That's really the biggest thing in software right now. But for policing, there's always been systems that we call RMS systems, and they're like the reporting systems police use.
Right.
But now it's gotten so refined that the RMS system can connect to the dispatch system, can connect to the evidence, and then all the way down to collection at a scene, writing the report, and the coroner can even, depending on the software, the coroner can even receive it and add to it.
Right.
So it's really connecting all the moving parts, especially in a case.
Making it all seamless, that everything from report to evidence to autopsy or anything like that, it can all be
connected potentially.
Printed in one spot.
Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest impact, and I think we'll see it on the rise, are the applications, as I mentioned, that I think a lot of times citizens want to report things, but they want to remain anonymous. Mm-hmm. Or they don't want to take the time. Then they call dispatch, and not that the traditional ways are obsolete, they are not. They're still very integral. But having a police kind of app allows a citizen to basically text their police department, even with photos or whatever, and instantly that goes to the police, which means it's faster communication, which means faster response time and potentially faster apprehension. So I think that's something that we'll see progress with time. Mm-hmm. The only other kind of technology I have seen in the last few years has been involving radios. And it's kind of been intertwined with traditional police radios. And again, that's still integral, because there's some areas where the radio works the best. Mm-hmm. But I've seen some software programs come out that are also kind of app platforms that fill in for the holes that, if there's a radio that section of a county where a radio signal isn't strong, the app, it runs on a different face on the cell phone towers. It pings differently, and it kind of fills in those gaps. Mm-hmm. So that's basically what we're going through with policing, is that software is just going to become just a part of everything.
Yeah, very much relied upon for everything. And like you were saying with those RMS systems, it should be, ideally, that all those, everything from dispatch, everything from the officer, any supplemental reports, if there is a coroner's report, that it could be uploaded, and then the whole case file all together at once. DA. Yeah, the DA can just sign in, look through it. You don't have to have someone deliver it or mail it, depending on, how far your station is from the DA's office or whatever.
Right.
If it was all integrated that way, then as soon as the report's done, warrants written, whatever, everything's ready to go, then everybody's in the know about this case.
Well, and any updates. So say there's a supplement report or a follow-up report a detective has, and they have a solid case and the DA has most of it, but they have a supplement. Well, if it's an integrated system, then immediately they already have that piece of discovery as well, the attorneys.
Right. And, of course, then from the DA's office straight to, whatever defense attorney.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, so that before this thing even gets a hearing, everybody could have discovery, be well-versed in the case. Everybody's already in touch. Yeah.
So there's a lot of different avenues with it, but I think that's going to be the strongest point. That and those apps. The apps that connect
that's
civilians to police.
In the next 10 years, that's probably going to become pretty much the norm. Yeah. I would guess.
Well, and it's something, I love and hate technology personally. I mean, I write about it constantly, and I'm always writing about police technology. And it's interesting, it's fascinating. But there's aspects of technology I don't like because you can never unplug, and the cell phone is great, but then sometimes I want to throw it out in the river, but
right, and you can't not have it because what if someone calls from work or
so
assignment, you got to be able to access your emails 24/7.
Right, and it's good and bad, and I found myself doing that. Well, I'll just check my email one more time, that kind of thing.
And then you're working for an hour.
Yeah, when I didn't need to.
Back and forth with someone and editing something.
Right. So, I mean, good and bad. But
everyone's got a smartphone.
Yes. And so, that's my point. Those apps, it's something everybody's comfortable with. I mean, there's a generation now that doesn't know what a phone book is.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I really don't like talking to people on the phone.
I know.
If a text will suffice, please don't call me.
Right.
But if I could text the police department to alert them of...
Guess what?
A drunk driver or, something in progress. For a lot of younger people, that's probably going to be faster than dialing and trying to navigate their social skills that just don't exist.
Right, which sadly, I mean, but that's true. But that's why this technology is smart. Yeah.
Well, if the times are changing, we got to change.
Right. So that's all I had today for Forensic News.
And we will see you on our new app, Crossing the Tape Mobile.
No,
not yet. 10 years from now.
Not yet.
About 10 years.
Thanks for listening.
And so long.